To create the first animation, you want to open up your text and then go to Animate, Character Offset, open up the range selector and set the first offset to -100. You want to get yourself a keyframe and add a position alongside the opacity as well. The opacity, we want this to 0, set the position to -300 and set a keyframe. You want to go to the start of this video and then go further out and also set this one to 100 and then this one to 0. This will give you this animation right here. And if you open up the advanced, you can set the shape to ramp up and this will give you this animation right here. Now, at the moment, if you want to also add in some motion blur, you can minimize this, switch the mode, and then enable the motion blur. This will give you this nice effect. And if you wanted to make this even smoother, you can select the keyframes and set this to easy ease. This will make it even smoother. And from here, we can copy these keyframes and paste it at the end as well, so we can reverse the effect. And if we have a look at this now, we now have this nice smooth animation. If you want full control of your curves as well, you can select the offset, go to the graph, and this will allow you to control the actual curves itself. To create the second title, which is my personal favorite, you want to open this up and go to Animate, Character Offset. Same as last time, open up the range selector and set the offset to -100. Get yourself a keyframe and add yourself a position, a rotation, and also the opacity as well. Setting the opacity to 0. You want to set the position to 300 for the second one. And then for the rotation, you want to set yourself a keyframe that is 94 for the first one. You want to slightly adjust this one to go further out. And then add yourself the second offset to 100. And for this one, you want to set it to 0. This will give you this animation right here. And you also want to go to the advanced and switch the mode to ramp up. This will then give you this animation right here. You can also minimize this and switch the mode to motion blur, and this will give you this nice smooth effect. You can make the animation even smoother once again by setting the keyframes to easy ease, and this will make it even smoother. And if you want to, you can also end the animation by copying the keyframes, pasting them out, and then flipping them the other way around. Now for this one, we're going to reset it and then set it to ease in. And this will give you this animation right here. Once again, if you want to, you can also control the graph. If you wanted to have a custom curve, you can adjust it in here as well. For title number 3, you want to open this up and then select it, go to Layer, down to Create, and then create shapes from text. This will separate each layer individually and give you a brand new layer. If you open up the contents, you can see each individual letter. So if you open up the transform, you can untick the chain, set the first one to 0, set a keyframe, go further out, and then set it to 100. This will give it this growing animation where it looks like it's standing back up. You can also copy the keyframes. You want to do the same for the eye as well. Transform, untick this, and for this one, you want to go to the last keyframe and then paste it in here. And then this will make the letters stand up. Same for the other ones as well. Once you're finished, it will look something like this. You can also switch the modes and enable the motion blur. This just makes it look even better. And if you want the animation to end, what you need to do is you need to go ahead and duplicate this layer. You want to right click and go to pre-comp, move all attributes, and then you want to right click, time, enable the time reverse layer. You can then drag this all the way back, and you want to have a look where it goes back down. Cut it here, delete the first segment, and then cut it here as well for the first one. So this will make it go from the first one to the second one. And you also want to leave a little bit of a gap so that it will go back down, have a few seconds, and then go back up. Title number 4 is really simple. This is the write-on effect. And to create this, you open up the text, go to animate, once again, character offset. You want to add the opacity for this one as well. Set this one to 0. Open up the range selector and then set a keyframe for the star on 0. Go further out and then set it to 100. Now, depending on if you wanted to smoothly go from 0 to 100 in the opacity, you can leave it as default. But if you wanted to just appear like a typewriter, you want to open up the advanced and then set the smoothness to 0. And this will just make it appear. So this is what it looks like as a typewriter. And this is what it looks like with 100% smoothness. And of course, to end it, once again, you copy the keyframes, paste them here, and then just flip them the other way around. And then finally, for the last one, all you need to do for this one is open this up. You want to add to the animate, go to scale, and then in here, all you need to do is set the first scale of the opacity to 0, go further out, and then set it to 100. You also want to switch modes, enable the motion blur, and also the 3D mode. In here, we can open up the transform. You want to get to the X, rotation, and then set the first one to 90 degrees. Go to the second keyframe and then set it to 0. This will make it pop up like this. And then you also want to set the keyframes to easy ease. Once again, copy the keyframes, paste them here, and then just flip them.